Welcome back everyone to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. This is Eldritch Horror Mountains of Madness expansion season 7 episode 8, playing turn 8. We just wrapped up on turn 7. Some great progress here on the sideboard, on the Antarctic board, with our explorer Ursula Downs at the Plateaus of Lang, about to close out a gate last round, and also going to wrap up our Antarctic adventure. And also Lake Camp for Bootlegger Finn Edwards. Finally, we've got Wilson Richards, the handyman, off in Arkham. He gained himself a Dread Curse incantation. So when he rolls this, he can get +8 strength for combat. So I'm going to get right into it. Quick shout out to the sponsor, Pontos Fathom Press, our sister YouTube channel and book publishing company. We've got Killingworth Bogman, Carolina Tobacco Geist, books 1 and 2 of the Bogman saga, also cryptid themed, like our Ithaqua, great old one. So check those out. Help to support the channel, as do your comments, likes, subscriptions, and shares. Check us out on Patreon. We really appreciate your help. 2022, the goal is to grow the channel, get some live streams going, so hopefully you can build the community here. Okay, so let's jump right into turn 8. We'll start out with Ursula Downs, and she is going to do her encounter at the Plateau of Lang. So in the meantime, let's have her do a healing. She's down a few, so let's have her heal up as one activity. And also, let's have her go after an asset, which we have neglected our asset quests. So let's see if she can grab an asset here. And she gets 2, so she can get the secret page. I guess asset, maybe we can only grab them in the city. Let me just double check that. Can we only grab assets in a city space? Comments below. Let me just check assets. Only on a city space, yeah. So we cannot acquire an asset. So let's just have her gain a token, and should be good. Okay, good. So that's action phase for the explorer Ursula Downs. Let's move on to the handyman Wilson Richards. So he is finally going to get to. Let's have him also gain a focus, which he can do. And also, let's have him move 1 to close this gate. I mean, to interact with this. So we'll read that on the encounter phase. Okay, great. Okay, so next up, let's go for finally it's Finn Edwards, the bootlegger, and he will also, he's got his Antarctic guide, can resolve the test. Let's have him, he's going to do the move to the frozen waste to grab that clue. And we'll also have him grab a resource. So, okay. So let's get right into it. The first off, we'll start off with Ursula Downs, the Explorer, and we'll have her give us finalize the adventure. So she's on the plateau of Leng. She's going to have to do a Leng encounter. Can she do a clue encounter? Let's just see. She has to do a location encounter. So let's have her do the location encounter there. That should be fine. So location encounter, she will she can go ahead and do that. That is going to be a blue card. So location encounter on the plateau of Leng. You see the night sky, but the wrong stars are overhead. This is our first blue card, by the way, so this is kind of cool. You see the night sky, but the wrong stars are overhead. You discover you've traveled across the world. Move to a space of your choice containing a gate and encounter that gate. Move to a space of your choice encountering a gate. If you close that gate, you're able to contain the terror in the fabric of reality, and you may move to the plateau of Leng. So she will go to this gate, and she has to encounter the gate. So that will mean first fighting this Migo that's on the gate. And I promised you guys last time that I would show you my Elder Things. So we fought Elder Things last time, but I've got these from the these I painted up from our Cthulhu Wars game. So if you check these out, they're pretty cool. We got a painting video on these. Next, if we get Elder Things again in the game, I will use these on the board. But you can see it's quite horrifying. They've got little white eyeballs on the tips of these tentacles. They've got this mouth. Yeah, these are pretty fun to paint. So if you want to check out that painting video, you can check out in the links below, or search the page for Cthulhu Wars Yog-sothoth miniature painting video on Pontos Fathom Hobbies. So you can check that out. Let's go ahead and do the combat here. So first of all, she will test her will. And okay, so she can also toss in reroll here and gets a 6. Okay, so for this one, fine. Let's go to strength roll now. She can also use Kid O'Brien is also there, so let's have her roll here. And we get 2. 2 damage is good. But she'll take, no, she doesn't take 1 damage. She does 2 here. It says discard the, this is a clue, defeat this monster during a combat encounter, gain 1 artifact. Oh, so she can gain an artifact if she defeats this monster. So let's go second round here. 6. That's for the strength, so she'll kill it, but she has to pass the will test, and she passes the will test as well. Okay, so will test and strength test pass, and it says if you defeat this monster during a combat encounter, gain an artifact. So she can gain her artifact, and then she can use that to close out on this named city space. So let's go to the first Panotic Manuscripts. She finds the Panotic Manuscripts. If you're on a space with a clue, gain on a gate, gain a clue. So she has the Panotic Manuscript. She's on the gate. She gains a clue. So let's just give her the clue right away. Okay, so Migo is there. And last thing is she needs to encounter to close the gate per the Plateau of Leng encounter. It says you have to encounter that gate. So she'll encounter the gate, which will be a gate card here. And we have, again, Plateau of Leng. Something on the horizon attracts your attention. Before you can identify it, a blinding snowstorm picks up. Through the snow, you are no longer sure of the direction you're going. Resolve the pass effect to press forward, or resolve the fail effect to go backwards. So she will continue to go forward. It says, pushing through the storm, you see a mountain ahead of you and Lang disappearing behind you. You attempt to climb the steep slope. Okay, if you pass, you reach the top and realize you've climbed Mount Everest. Wow. Close this gate. Okay, so she's gone to the city of Elder Things. She's closed the gate. She's gained her artifact. And close the gate and improve mind. So now her will improves as well. Whether you pass or not, move to the Himalayas. She moves to the Himalayas, but then she also has the option, if you pass the gate, you may move to Plateau of Lang. So I think she will move, whether you pass or not, move to the Himalayas. I guess that kind of overrides this Plateau of Lang one. So she's on the Himalayas now. And the Plateau of Lang adventure is closed. So we've got the closed adventure. And we can discard this, put these dice down. And we can read this. It says, after the investigator resolves a location card of Plateau of Lang, the adventure token is on that space. He spends a focus to complete the mission. So she spends a focus to complete the adventure. There's her focus. And that means we have to pick a random. When the adventure is completed, advance the active mystery by 1. Oh, we can advance the active mystery by 1. So that means we don't have to close this mystery anymore. Advance the active mystery by 1. So we actually, well, we're still on this, but we're on 2. So this counts as mystery 2. So we'll just put a dice here on for the active mystery. We're actually on the second active mystery. I think that's what it means. So I don't know if that means we can close that or not. Let's just count it as we advance the active mystery. So we're actually like, this is still the second active mystery. Let's call it that. Okay, and then we'll pick the 3s. What do you guys think? Should we just leave this active mystery completed and add a mystery on top of it? Or should we just mark the active mystery as this is now figuratively the second active mystery? You guys can leave a link below if you want to chime in on it. So I'll shuffle up the 3 adventure cards, 3 or 4 adventure cards for phase 3 adventure. And we will read Beyond the Mountains, Antarctica 3. In the distance, you can see the slim silhouette of the tower. Even at this distance, you can understand why the Elder Things were there. When this card enters the play, place the adventure token on the Plateau of Lang, back on the Plateau of Lang. You can see the tower of the Plateau of Lang, okay? So it's just like the board piece. You see the Plateau of Lang tower there, right? And it says, when this adventure is complete, we can advance the active mystery once again. So we actually just put this on. We're on we've completed the first active mystery, and this is the second one. Okay. After the investigators resolves a location encounter on Plateau of Lang, they may spend 1 clue to examine the Black Tower. So this is how we can go back to the Plateau of Lang, and it may just be that Finn Edwards has to take care of it. Okay, so let's jump ahead. So we've completed this Plateau of Lang card. That was quite a long turn for Ursula Downs, the Explorer. She's off in the Himalayas now. Let's go to Wilson Richards, who is now on the supplying the North. So let's read the card. It says, when an investigator on a city space performs an acquire assets action, he may spend 2 success to... Okay. At the end of the Mythos phase, each investigator in a space containing an Eldritch token may discard 1 Spend one clue and place that. Spend one provisions and one clue to place the Eldritch token on the card. Then, if there are Eldritch tokens on the card equal to half, solve this mystery. So for each Eldritch token, you can place the Eldritch token if I spend a provisions and a clue. So I can go and grab my provisions and a clue. So if I spend this, I can put it in our discard, and I can take this and place it on Supplying the North. So Supplying the North now just needs one more, so that can be Wilson Richards' next challenge, I guess, to go to the next one, which may be, or maybe Ursula might be able to do one. She's close to Tunguska. She's in the Himalayas. She can do a free move and then do an additional action up to here. So maybe she can do that on her next turn. Just jump up to here. She also has clues, and I believe she also has provisions. So she can take care of that. Okay, so next one is the Bootlegger, Finn Edwards. Finn Edwards is going to I guess he will acquire this clue here in the Frozen Waste, and we will use a Antarctic research encounter. So he is on the Frozen Waste, and it says, you see time turn back and forth across millennia. You watch how the elder things have evolved. Okay, he's going to roll to see how the elder things evolve. And he passes. If you pass, you see them grow legs, less sophisticated over time. Here's the elder things. Look. They grow. They have like carcination, which is like they become crab-like. See those kind of crab-like legs. Weird, right? Weird stuff. We're in the we're in the Frozen Waste. Okay, so he gains the clue, and that's it. So he can keep this clue. He also, it says, after an investigation resolves a location encounter or research encounter, he may move to the city of the Elder Things or the lake camp. So he'll also move to the city of Elder Things, where he can perform that next action, I guess, on the next turn. So he's moved there, and he can have that encounter next. Okay, so that will wrap up the turn. And that will wrap up the encounters phase. Let's go to the Mythos phase. So we've closed gates again. Let's see what we've got here. Preparing for anything. You have pushed yourself through countless trials, always on the verge of breaking. With each passing day, you prepare yourself for the worst possible outcome. Okay, first up, advance the omen. There are no gates open. Second up, Monster Surge. No gates open again, I believe. Oh, no, there is a gate open. There's a gate open on Buenos Aires, so we can do a Monster Surge there. So let's grab the monster bag and do a Monster Surge there. Monster bag is somewhere. Where did I put the monster bag? Oh, it dropped here. Okay, I got it. Okay. Monster bag. We've got a cultist and a maniac. Cultist and a maniac. Cultist and Maniac head over to Buenos Aires, and next up is spawn 2 clues. Go to our clue bag, spawn 2 more clues, and we get the Frozen Waste, and we get 19. 19 is up here. Okay, so that's great for her. She can grab that one as well. Okay, so prepared for anything event. Each investigator may gain 1 focus, spend 1 focus to gain 1 clue, or spend 1 clue to improve 1 skill of his choice. Okay, well that's not bad. I think I'll have them all gain a focus just to make it simple. It just gives us some re-rolls. So everyone gains a focus. This is another, I don't know why this is such an easy, another easy Mythos phase. Very surprising Mythos. I'm wondering why Ithaqua is not showing up, but I guess, you know, we've got the cold reaching down from the north. We've got the pyramids covered in snow. We've got bad weather everywhere. We've been transported to the Himalayas. We've got an Arctic rising of the city of Elder Things. So I guess there's quite a lot going on here that's in the theme, and I just don't. I'm surprised that we don't have the Doom Clock moving, unless there's some killer ones at the end of this deck. So strategy for next round. It looks like we're going to have Ursula head up and try to close out the Supplying the North active mystery. We'll have Finn Edwards continue on his quest to close out the second adventure. He can go down to that adventure 3, and then we'll have Wilson Richards prepare to head over to the next station, where he can go in and grab more Eldritch tokens. Okay, so that's going to do it for the turn. We'll see you back here on turn number 9. Thanks for watching, and talk to you in the next turn. Bye-bye.